Like you get the free stun with the DK and Hoodwink's follow-up.
You know, you do have to play it very carefully, but I mean, you do have that flexibility. It's not the greatest, but like Bowie was saying, having 2 melees, I mean, you can kind of set up, I guess, with the spear if you want. If you're really, you know, confident with your Mars, you can follow up with the Impale sort of deal. But it's not going to be as powerful as something like a Dark Willow or a Lina, you know, something that's going to be able to help dish out some of that harass against this Gyrocopter and the Elder Titan.
I mean, this is like the Bane and the Nyx Assassin, where sometimes you pick him up and he feels like such a great, well-rounded opener, and then they come back with a Hoodwink DK, and you're like, why did I pick this Nyx Assassin? Damn it. And you're kind of stuck with him for the rest of your draft.
It's pretty much just a cover for the Medusa, right? They actually thought that giving AA away would be worse than picking the Nyx. So yeah, I agree. I think that's just like, how do you say it? It's a price that they pay for, you know, wanting to take the AA and also not give the Nyx away. It's just, you know, you can only have so many things.
Yeah. I mean, BINOMISTAS ban around the 5s though. I guess Lion can kind of flex. It's hard to say.
I mean, that has to
I
be a
guess
Wyvern
Ench
pick,
can
right?
also 4.
Okay, Oracle.
Solid.
So weird to see a 5 picked up at the very end.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But I mean, there we go.
That's the Nyx Assassin burden right there, let's call it. You're paying a tax for the Nyx.
Yeah.
I mean, you play it well. You look like Zephyr, and you look like you're unkillable, so...
This is cool, though. Oracle
I
Lash,
like the
Oracle
Oracle,
Dusa. Yeah.
Because they have so much magic damage amp with the Titan, so I think there's going to be a lot of value on Oracle's W here. But yeah, it's a little wonky. Now, BINOMISTAS, they have to pick their mid, you know, unless this is a Hoodwink mid or something crazy Mini has been cooking up.
I mean, it's Mini. It could really be anything.
What's pull up the
Khaleesi
buff,
hero
man.
here for BINOMISTAS.
Yeah, well, and it rotates though. What's the latest Khaleesi hero? That's the question. What's hot?
I mean,
in the
Lina
mind of
would be
Madman
the,
Mini?
I guess the kind of the obvious one, but there is a Nyx here, so I don't think that's possible.
Man, we have tried to run an intervention, Neff and I, on Mini so many times because he's just been running around in every lobby just screaming about how much he loves Emilia Clarke. And we just keep telling him, we're like, dude, you look crazy, and he won't listen to us.
He's a diehard fan. I think he's ride or die on that one.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, the classic. All right. It's tiny. Oh, man. Oh,
AJ has his work cut out for him here.
Why do you do this to me? Mini Tiny. I know it's SA. I know they love this hero. I know he's going to make it look better than it should look. But I got to go SG. This lineup just looks so much scarier. Even with the Nyx Assassin. You got great team fight, big damage, ways to save the Medusa. It just looks easier for SG. It would be my summary of this draft.
I think I agree. They have decent push with Elder Shrek. Really good team fight, great scaling. The thing that scares me the most here is the Nyx Mars lane. I think this could go really bad for them. Elder Titan's such a strong level 1 hero. Have Gyrocopter alongside it. So if they don't bleed too much in that lane, they might have their work cut out for them. But I think BINOMISTAS also has like good timing. You have this Dragon Knight that can push a lot. Tiny is going to create a lot of space. If Benny can get, you know, an early advantage, it's pretty easy for them to just Roche and end the game. I don't think SG Roche as easily as BINOMISTAS does. So that's a little scary for SG as well.
Moxxi, prediction? Favorite draft?
Yeah, it's a tempo-based draft coming out from BINOMISTAS. I mean, we look at SG, we know exactly how they want to play it, right? We know their timings. It's the ease of execution, which always tends to tip things in their favor. But I think, like Bowie was saying, if BINOMISTAS can get that opportunity to kind of accelerate, they're going to be in a really good position because it's going to take a while for Costabile to come online. So I guess the question mark for me is Jupiter on the Hoodwink because I haven't seen him play it. And I'm not sure how effective that's going to be.
Big question mark there. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to throw I like what BINOMISTAS has for their draft if they can execute it fast enough. And I feel like fast drafts always kind of have the advantage.
And Bowie, draft aside, how would you label this matchup SG BINOMISTAS? Like 60-40, 50-50, 55-45? I'm just trying to get a pulse check here.
All right. I think I'm going to go 55-45 for SG. You know, I think generally speaking, yeah, I think SG has I don't want to say better players, but just like more accomplished players, more like veterans. But
Yeah.
these teams scream a lot, so you know, they know like a lot of nuance. So, you know, if it was SG and like an European team, it would be very different. Just because I'm pretty sure these guys scream all the time because they were Division 1, Division 2. So it's just like
right.
yeah,
Right, like
yeah.
you
So
don't
that's
want to
something
scrim
see.
against the people that are in your division because you have to play
Yeah.
against them, and that'll give them info. But if you play up or down, you don't really care. Like, what are BINOMISTAS going to do with our secret strategy? They're not even in our bracket. That's big brain thinking there, bud. I didn't
And
really think about that.
BINOMISTAS was in Brazil when the major was going on, so I'm pretty sure these two teams, like, they were probably like the easiest teams to scream and also like the better ones. So I'm pretty sure SG like screamed them a lot. So this is gonna be really interesting.
Okay. Well, only game one here, another best of three. And in true fashion, maybe y'all can hear through the stream all of the amazing voice lines that are coming through. Looks like some team bundles there. Great stuff. We still have one player disconnected, so not in a big rush to just hand it over to you guys so we can continue this conversation with one less person. But of course, we'll get into the game as soon as KJ reconnects, and he has. So maybe it is time to do just that. I'll scoot out, let you two take over. Game number one. It's going to start momentarily. Take it away.
All right. Well, like you said, Bowie, lots of veteran players over on the side of SG. You've been seeing, Adriano 4DR, Tavo, Costabile. These are names that we've heard on an international level, besides just, in the SA scene. And of course, Theolacor and KJ have been making names for themselves, whereas a lot of people are not quite as familiar with the guys over on BINOMISTAS.
I mean, these guys, I think they're a really good showing of how, friendship does matter and can take you really far. They actually stuck together for some rough patches. After after season 1, they were pretty much set to qualify. After the whole 0900 incident, they had to play tiebreakers. They lost. I think a lot of teams would just like break after that, but they stuck together. They're in Division 1, and now, they're a couple of games away from TI maybe. So I really want to see what these guys are gonna do. I think they are underrated for sure.
I mean, you love to see it. It kind of evokes the whole memory of now current Liquid, former Alliance, the power of friendship of teams that, they stick together, they understand how to play together, and that yields a lot of, interesting games and lets the players shine. So,
yeah. I mean, that was the whole when they actually swapped from, they were Incubus, right, and they became BINOMISTAS. They got kicked out of their team because they didn't had a lot of high MMR players, and in season 2, when they actually beat the new Incubus roster, they just typed 8K MMR in all chat because they did apparently they were told they didn't had a lot of 8K players in their roster, but it didn't
8K
matter.
for what?
Yeah, dude.
8K for what?
MMR matters, but only to a certain degree. So I just love that they can prove, the OG style, that if you just trust your team and you play well enough, you can do pretty much everything.
Well, I feel a little vindicated here because I know you guys were laughing at me saying like Nyx Assassin with the Dusa, but that is exactly how they decided to lane this out here, having one ranged, one melee. Of course, you have to be careful. It is a kill lane if you're not playing safely enough. But yeah, they opted to put KJ down here in the bottom lane with Tavo on the Mars. So
I love it. I think this is going to solve a lot of their problems with this Mars lane. And it's a lot of burst too, right? The Oracle and Mars, they pack a lot of magic damage early on.
It's also an incredible setup too if you want to try to go for, one of those spears. You can just start charging up over on your Fortune's End and then land a nice follow-up.
All right, I wanna make a bet with you. Do you think Benny will buy raindrops at exactly 3 minutes?
Yes.
All right. If he, I'm gonna go just to make this interesting. I'm gonna go with no. Just
You baited me there, so you showed your hand, Bowie. When you say something that specific, you assume
no,
that
I'm setting you up. I'm setting you up for a win. All right. I just want to make a bet. I'm just bad at doing this. I see T-Bone doing it all the time, and he always makes these like amazing bets. But I'm learning. All right. So I'm gonna make a good one up to the end of this BO3, I promise.
It's just Bowie trying to make me look like a fool. Thanks, guys. Shake my head.
Okay. I mean, these lanes are doing pretty well. I think Tiny and Lash are pretty much tied up here. You know, not a lot of kill potential in this lane. But if someone rotates and Mini gets a good toss back, I think 4DR could be in trouble. So you gotta watch out for those supports in side lanes.
I guess who makes this rotation? I guess perhaps, you know, Jupiter makes a rotation later on, but I feel like Noaches has to stay bottom with Benny for the time being because the potential of this kill lane is very, very strong.
I think, you know, maybe if you know that KJ or Tabo has to go base, the rotation might be possible just because, you know, Benny is gonna be 1 versus 1. But, oh, hell pause.
Classic SA Dota. Also, what up, though?
Okay.
You know, I want to... what's that? The item assistant?
Yeah, I didn't play Dota, but yeah, he's complained that the item assistant is being annoying.
Oh, is that like the Clippy thing up in the corner?
I think so. I don't know how it works, though, because I didn't play a game after the patch.
I don't know. I haven't had any issues with that, but that's pretty funny. Gotta figure it out. But you know, this is nice, Boy. This is a throwback to when, you know, we did TI8 quals together.
Dude,
this is nice. It is nice to see, you know, South America getting the respect that it deserves, you know, getting the viewership, having you joining me here now.
I mean, SA came a long way, right? I think at that time, we were happy we had one team qualifying. Oh, as we babble here, Benny gets first blood.
Yeah, the Olacor is not looking too good here, though. He does get taken out as well.
Okay. Well,
we talked about skill lanes.
Yeah.
What is that spray? It's so cute.
Huh. Wait. I don't know who that's from.
Is that from the pass? Is that a new one?
Yeah. The broccoli NP. I mean, how don't we have a broccoli NP, you know, now that I think about it? This
Next
is
persona. The vegan version of Nature's Prophet. Some soy protein in there too, I'm sure. The Olacor, though, making a nice play here. It's just going to do a little bit of scouting. Already that rune was snapped up, though, so it's not going to get anything through Strolls, but he does manage to drag Jupiter away for the time being.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess those skills, you know, matter a little bit, but overall, I think the plan for SG is still going pretty well. Medusa farming pretty much just the same as Benny. And, you know, it's all about 4DR. As long as he gets this early farm and they start going for the early rotations, he's going to get so much map control for the Medusa.
Couple pings coming out over here on the side as they do spot the Olacor coming back over. Pretty calm otherwise. Looks like they're just pulling waves over on the bottom side. Trading shots back and forth here in the top lane.
Dire's structures are fortified.
All right, so what about our raindrops? Okay, yeah, there's raindrops. He actually took a little longer than I expected.
Do I lose that then?
Congrats, you won, Moxxi. I mean, I guess
I won.
No.
Okay, all right.
You won.
He picked
I was
all right,
trying
cool.
to set you up. All right, I am not. I am not one to make people look like fools. Right, I can do that very well by myself.
Nah, you're awesome. You're a rock star, Bowie.
Thank you, man.
None of that nonsense here. Although, looks like Costabile, Acorn shot, yeah. That is going to be a kill on Costabile as the Olacor had the Impale, but just not fast enough to save his Medusa.
Yeah, this is going to be problematic. They're starting to bleed a little bit too much. The only thing, I guess, going on for SG in that regard is that usually Mini plays these heroes that can force towers very early. I don't think that's really what Tiny is going to do this game. He wants to get phase boost, get the Blink Dagger. So there's not going to be that much pressure, even though they are bleeding in the side lanes, which, you know, is definitely going to help the Medusa a little bit.
I mean, the flip side of that, right, is the fact that you got Sexy Fat on the Dragon Knight. So he is going to be the one who's going to be able to make that tower pressure once he gets to level 6. But you have to be a bit careful here. Mini looking to try to make some moves over here onto 4DR. But Rune's going to get snapped up here by Jupiter, so I feel pretty happy that they're able to deny that from the Leshrek, as it was a regen rune. But that means that our boy Mini here in the middle lane not gonna have any regen for a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty good to deny that from the Leshrac, so they're still gonna be very happy on the side of BINOMISTAS. I'm trying to figure out here what exactly 4DR is gonna build. Looks like he has either the Hood or the U-Scepter queued up. I think I prefer the U-Scepter.
Yeah, I would go for the Yules for the setup and also the save, right?
They have a lot of bursts with that Tiny, so 4DR is like, if maybe this game starts going too bad, I might have to go for the Hood, but I think ideally one of the U-Scepter is just much, it's much more versatile. I guess Hood is one-dimensional in that regard.
Yeah, I'd much rather see him, even if he picks up like a casual cloak if they start to struggle, but
Yeah.
I'd like to see him being able to be more aggressive because I feel like the mid lane right now is very tempo control. Like, you need to be the one moving around the map, especially with something, Gyrocopter moves a little bit faster, obviously, but he'd prefer to just kind of hang out, hit creeps, show up once in a while if the fight comes his way, but...
Definitely. I definitely agree with that. Surprisingly, there's still a catapult top, so even though Sexy Fat is level 6, looks like SG actually trying to pressure the tower a little bit here. But yeah, obviously the Medusa is not going to stick around for too long. And now it's the time. So, that's really why DK is picked so much. Like, usually you have to wait for the 10-minute catapult if you really want to take that tower. But, Sexy Fat can start doing that now, so that at 10 minutes, it's 100% going to be down. Tavo, though.
Tavo, he tried pretty hard here, but does fall to no ashes. KJ now running for his life, but we do have 4DR making his own rotation here, and he's very fast, plus those Purifying Flames being able to just help nuke him down. Gets a nice stomp off. He's just barely trying to climb out, but not going to be able to do it. Too much magic damage coming out from the dynamic duo.
Both sides actually have so much magic damage. This is crazy. You have Mars Leshrac on one side and Tiny Jar on the other.
Sexy Fat popping the dragon form here in the top lane, trying to put a little pressure here on the tower.
In terms of stacks, looks like they're, Kustabio is going to defend the tower here, but he does have a couple of stacks to farm that Jupiter will find. We'll see what they'll do with that information.
Have a nice ancient stack going on here from KJ as well for this Medusa. Although I feel like they have to figure that's coming. Look at this. Minnie's just like, oh, well, don't mind if I do. I'm going to get myself a little mask on my way through. Nice neutral pinata there.
Beautiful. Oh, he tried to block the camp, but slightly too late. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mini's gonna accelerate towards that Blink Dagger a little bit faster. They also have a couple of stacks of their own here, which the Gyro is definitely gonna be keen on.
Taking a tiny stack over on the side, does manage to find a couple neutral items for his efforts, but Nauseous does have to be careful. He is alone here in the bottom lane. He's just trying to sap some of that XP, trying to get that next level online. But of course, Tavo does have the Arena of Blood up and ready, and with 4DR making this rotation, he can't show himself. Look at this, Tavo knows. They know he's still here. They'll find him over in the corner. They'll go for the split, and that's a dead Elder Titan. Should also be a tower going over to the side of SG if they decide to stick around, but looks like they want to run home. Some pressure's being placed on their mid tower too.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably going to be a tower. I wonder if 4DR is going to have enough resources to run mid, because since he rotated this early, it means he might be middle with the catapult there, which is definitely what SG wants. We'll see if BINOMISTAS is going to give that up, or if they're going to try and mount a defense here. They do have level 6 on the ET, so it's possible that they can.
He has a double damage rune here. He's hoping that maybe someone's going to walk up the side. He'd love to, get his Apotas combo. But
the Tombo, as Gareth likes to call it.
The what?
Yeah, so like it's the tiny combo, so it's the Tombo. Don't ask me how they get there. I think he casts so much tiny that his mind eventually. Oh, as I talked about tiny here. Goodbye.
This is the sphere. Eventually, Tavo falls.
Okay. Very good kill for Mini here. Not sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess Tavo wants to farm this Blink Dagger, but, he was kind of alone there. not really worth.
Oh,
like that.
Dragon form, Popeye, Sexy Fat. They want to put out as much damage as possible over into Constabile. He doesn't have any mana left either. So he was trying to just gear up here for that sharpshooter. Not going to be able to quite finish off this Medusa as the teleports came out, but they canceled. Sexy Fat might want to try to go back in. Has to be careful though. Theolacor is here in the Vendetta. More teleports coming out. Yeah, they'll find the opening. They get a couple of hits. As you can see, 40R rotating, but it's a good bushwhack. Will buy them just enough time. They drop the spray on the way out. And Jupiter's like, oh man, let me reposition that. That didn't look good.
They love that that spray, huh? It's really cool. I don't blame them for that.
Is that part of the... I don't know what the BINOMISTAS fan bundle is. Is that part of theirs? No?
I have, oh man, and I actually feel so bad for saying this, but I think it is from TI.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I haven't seen the BINOMISTAS pack yet in action, so a lot of neat packs for sure.
True.
We're closer to that Blink Dagger from Mini though. That's going to be a huge power spike for him. So the sooner he gets that online, the sooner he can start trying to blow people up. But while this is all going down, you still have Constabile. He's got a nice stack over here from KJ, so he's going to accelerate that farm for sure.
All right, Blink on Mini's up here. They're gonna go for a smoke play. Kind of looks like it.
Up. Wouldn't be surprised. This Gyrocopter's so close to the Ags too. I think you leave Benny behind here. Let him do that. And just go hunting. All right.
Arcane
Who
Rune on
has
Tiny.
the
I mean,
dust?
this is such a strong power spike. I'm actually afraid for SG right now.
They know. They know
Tiny.
Theolacor.
Oh, he breaks the smoke. Nice.
They know Theolacor was over there though because they pinged it out and they said, "Don't." We know that he's wandering over. I'm pretty sure.
I see.
They were hoping to get the Leshrac.
Radiant's middle tower is
They
under attack.
really
That would be
wanted
huge.
4DR, but not going to be able to find it. Theolacor wanders
right.
about, scopes out this nice stack over here. It's going to just go. Poke away. Look at this rotation coming out now. They want this little bug. Have the Blink over here on Mini. He decides around the tree, cuts down the tree, finds himself Theolacor, immediately Spike Carapace, blows up some of that mana, toss up into the air with the Avalanche Toss, and that's what we were waiting for from Mini. Getting that Avatos combo and blowing up some of these supports.
All right, I actually check SG's heroes. Every single hero on the side of SG has a raindrop.
Has raindrops. Yeah, I noticed that.
That's crazy, actually. They also had a lot on the side of BINOMISTAS. I guess Gyros just ran out, but everyone else has one too.
He's got his Ag Scepter now, dude.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Tavo!
Tavo? What happened down there?
Radiant's middle
Okay.
tower is under attack.
That hurts because he was getting real close to that Blink Dagger too.
Yeah, I guess, you know, he's eating a lot of those rotations that maybe could have reached Constabile, so in a way, you know, he's creating space. But, you know, I don't think you want to die twice like that, especially... I don't feel like after taking tier 1 he did that much, so kind of, I don't want to say griefing, but I hope with the Blink Dagger he can start doing a little bit of extra moves, because this tier 1 being up for SG, I think it's a huge hurdle. Ideally they want to open up the map, allow Constabile to farm more than only his triangle, but that tower kind of makes that hard for them. All right, Blink on Mars. Let's see if Tavo can have his redeeming journey.
I mean, they're baiting KJ here. They're putting him very forward. And it looks like they're not taking the bait over on the side of BINOMISTAS.
Oh, Mini wants it.
He
Wants
does.
some KJ. All right, he's not gonna take the bait. Where? Okay.
No one's showing. Like, they have to realize, like, they've got pretty decent ward coverage, too. So no one's showing. They have to... Yeah, here we go. 4DR revealing himself over here in the mid lane. Looking for the stomp. Will land over on the 4DR. They're just going to toss a tree at him. But the rest of the team following up here. You can see this Nyx Assassin trying to get some information, along with Tavo, as they make their way over here on the side. Looking for that perfect initiation. Get off that arena with the Blink Dagger. They get the courier kill with Jupiter.
That's his arcades.
It's a little bit of hide and seek right now, as no one feels like they want to go over on the mid. In fact, they will jump immediately. The toss back with Costabile. They blow up. All the mana is gone. Tavo's here. Can they do enough damage to Costabile? No, they're not going to be able to. In fact, they go and use the false promise. So a nice stun comes out here from the Leshrac. Can they finish him off, though? Do they have the damage? Nuache is sitting very, very low. Mini tossing up into the air. Can't quite blow up 4DR enough. So a nice play here coming out from the Oracle, making sure that he keeps everyone healthy and alive. And feels like a lot of action, but not much happened.
This is crazy.
Oh, Mini?
So much fighting. Oh,
all right, Mini gets himself a kill. He was hungry. He was angry. All that, and we didn't even get a kill. The Bushwhack comes out over here onto Tavo. It's going to be a nice save here coming out from KJ. A spear comes out, plus the Stone Gaze. So Sexy Fat's going to be turned to stone. They'll end up losing Nuages as well. But the tower does eventually fall.
All right, this is really rough because, you know, I think SG, they were in a much better position to take tower, but not only they don't get the tower, they lose Nyx and they lose their own. So this is huge. You could see how many resources they wanted to invest. Even the Medusa joined them, but I guess they didn't really find the right angle.
I think they didn't expect Mini.
Yeah.
The way that Mini blinked in, I know I didn't expect him. And I mean, honestly, at this point, I should just be resigned to the fact that Mini is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just
yeah,
plain
like
and
the
simple.
fact they had to arena for that toss. So like you trade a 12-second cooldown for a 70-second one, I guess 90-second one. It's rough.
Maybe that's the play. Maybe you just play like a maniac. You channel your inner EE and you just keep them guessing every single moment. Like, oh my god, who would do that? That's crazy. You know who would do that? Eternal Envy would do that. In this case, Mini would do that. I can't tell you how many times. Was it Jenkins and I
Are
were
you
casting this.
saying Mini is the SA Eternal Envy?
Yo, it's starting to feel that way sometimes.
he definitely has some randomness that definitely, you know, I could see the E vibes in that. So
Yeah, it's
that's
like
interesting.
EE Light. EE Light. Brazilian edition. But no, like there was a game we were casting as Jenkins and I, and Eternal Envy dies top, right? After trying to gank mid. And then he immediately goes top again. And Jenkins is just losing his mind, like pulling out his hair, and he's like, who does that? Who fails a gank and then goes back top again? No one expects that. And of course, Envy being Envy gets like 2 kills because no one expects him to come back. They figure he's gonna go off and farm. So that's the the light vibes I get sometimes off of Mini. Like the
I
unexpected.
get it, you know.
Doesn't
He's
always
the
work.
weeb guy, and Mini is the Khaleesi guy. I can see they have like weird taste. Not weird, but you know, unorthodox.
Wow, way to
taste.
alienate a bunch of fans.
Sorry, guys. Unorthodox, okay?
Nice spike carapace here.
All right. So, I don't think like SG they are like necessarily in a pickle. You know, they obviously they just lost the tower. Maybe the viewers like, Bowie, why are you freaking out so much about towers? They're very important. But I think, you know,
ancient.
Exactly. And with that tower down, I did say that BINOMISTAS has a better Roche lineup. And with this Gyrocopter being as farmed, I think, you know, this becomes very easy for BINOMISTAS. They have to win one fight, and they just go Roche because they're Radiant. So this is very scary. They don't have that tier 1 to TP2 anymore, SG.
It's a bit scary. We've got the double fluffy hats over on Theolacor here. Just realized he picked that up, and he's going for the Ag Scepter.
It is cold in Brazil, so I don't blame him.
That's true.
Him.
It is winter for you guys, correct?
Yeah, dude. Okay.
See, nice and toasty over there, Bowie?
Dude, yeah. I have like 2 lights in my face, and I'm not even hot because it's so cold.
Yo, you can hear Jupiter starting to spray immediately after that kill on Theolacor. Oh man, this homie is having way too much fun. He's spamming it so much that the FPS is dropping, guys.
I can see the Reddit posts. Oh no, the new spray just makes my FPS garbage.
That happened, I was in a party with a bunch of friends, and they just started spamming all of the emotes, and my frames dropped completely because they just spammed it too many times. Oh, man. I was very angry at that person.
Oh, by the way, I actually have some insider information here. So there's this artist from Brazil, Farinha. I think you know her, right? Costa Bill's GF. She said, tell Moxxi thanks for saying good things about my Furion spray. So she was the one that actually designed this.
Cool. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, it's great. Was that so
So it is BINOMISTAS. Yeah, I was a little. I was
okay.
not 100% sure, but yeah, it is theirs. That's really cool.
No wonder they're spraying it everywhere.
Huh.
Look at that guy. That is a cool Nature's Prophet. Look
It's
at that
really
broccoli.
cool, actually.
Makes you want to eat more vegetables. Become a cool guy like him.
Vegan and pea.
Dire's top tower.
All right,
I don't know
so
if he's
looks
vegan.
like
It's just broccoli, Bowie, okay? It's not like we're having, you know,
is broccoli
incognito
vegan,
or
Moxxi?
something like that. I guess it is, yeah. I don't know of any broccoli that's I mean, it depends, I guess, what the fertilizer's made out of, maybe.
True. I don't know that much about fertilizers, but you're right. There's a lot of things. You know, wine cannot be vegan because you use egg whites to. I don't even know the word, but like you have to use egg
Sugar
whites.
also
to...
sometimes is not vegan.
Oh really?
Yeah, sometimes there are little pieces of bone actually ground up in white sugar.
That is scary. I actually had never heard of that.
So all y'all are eating bone. If you're not sure. No, one of my best friends was vegan for a little while, and she was like filling me in. Oreos are vegan apparently, but
Oh yeah.
I asked her. I was like, "Why are you vegan?" And she's like, "Cause I hate myself." That was her explanation.
It can be really hard. Oh,
It's hard.
You know, I would love to be
Respect to
vegan.
the guys who can do it.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to be vegan, but it is a lot of work. You know, you cannot deny that.
Dude,
But
you're
as we
Brazilian. You
say,
can't be
it's a lot of
vegan.
work. Our boy Costa Bill, he's been spamming those Manta illusions, and you know he's farming less because of it. But he will take that tower.
Getting this, yeah, he's getting the tower right now. Nobody's
nice.
even bothering with them because they're smoked
Yep.
up. They're hunting. They're hoping he's sticking around.
Radiant's middle tower has
He is
fallen.
not. He is over in the triangle doing what a Deusa does best, which is hitting creeps.
Oh,
They might
but
be able to
he
find
could
him
be
over
in
here. Look at
trouble,
this.
though. Yeah.
He's gonna show up and try to farm the wave. Nope, probably not now. Now that he sees that Sexy Faz nearby, and Benny here. So it just drops those Manta illusions, like we said, and the pings come out as the side of SG sitting over in that mid lane right now. Not looking to make any rotation, it seems.
Oh yeah. So for the art, opted for the
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
you know, for a while I was very. I was not a fan of Kaya Sanj. You know, pretty much everyone is going Kaya Sanj every game. I think I changed my opinion a little bit about the item, but I do, you know, it kind of scares me that if 40R gets focused, he will die, even with the Hood and the Kaya Sanj. And I don't think you want to out necessarily the Leshrac, because you have this Deusa that wants to join fights, but also doesn't want to die.
Right.
So I'm slightly scared for how the fights are going to play out, especially with Tiny being able to toss people around, just create so much havoc. So we'll see if the build pays off. I'm just slightly scared because oh, here goes Tiny. He's gonna
Too
come out
slow
of
from the
this.
side of SG. They knew that they had people over in that bottom lane. They pinged it out. You saw that the smoke broke with the gyrocopter and, of course, the DK. They made the rotation, but it felt like it was just a waste of time. Should they have done that earlier, the second that they knew?
I think they're not really into that
They
much
are?
pressure inside of SG. They just want to make sure that. Oh yeah. Trying to
Living
do
dangerously
triangle there.
here. Look at the way that they're positioned. They have to be so careful on the side of BINOMISTAS. There is a double damage room.
Surprised they are trying to force it so much. Okay. There you go.
I mean, they see a sexy fat, and the dragon form is up. It's gonna be a follow-up stomp, call down, coming out. Sexy fat, though, he's tanky. He's fine. Tabo over here on the side. It does look like he might need a little bit of help, as they'll find the kill on KJ over on the back lines. Exactly what is needed. There's no saves, but there's no save for Sexy Fat either. BKB coming out from Benny, the buyback coming out now from the Dragon Knight. They're looking to see if they can get any more kills here. The Olipor looks like he's gonna be the perfect next victim. Tavo is here, manages to land a spear over here onto the side. Benny, he's taking a lot of damage. He's actually going to end up losing his life as Tavo falls. Eventually, though, 40R falling as well. Mini running for his life, not gonna be able to quite get that denial that he wants. Sexy Fat, he bought back for this. He's gotta be a bit careful. He's gonna try to put the damage out over here onto the Olipor, but the Stusa damage with the Scotty feels very uncomfortable. Looks like BINOMISTAS are looking for the stomp. We'll be able to land it with a little bit of a bushwhack here. A couple acorns popping around. They'll get the break off, but it feels like they've had enough from this engagement. They're just gonna scurry on out.
Yeah, it was, you know, I think they had the right idea on side of BINOMISTAS. They want to burst that Oracle since there's two tanky boys inside of SG. If you try to focus them, they're going to leave for 10 extra seconds. but it took them so much to get KJ because he was so well positioned that they lost the DK in return. He buys back, and I mean, with no Dragon Form, he obviously doesn't do that much. I was just gonna say that SG forcing that fight felt weird because they cannot Roche, and they're forcing this, and I feel very uncomfortable about it. I'm not sure they're gonna be able to make this. We'll see how BINOMISTAS responds, but this is gonna be so long. Yeah, like they
They can't
obviously
take
give up.
this.
Yeah.
They can't take this right now, especially when they have an Elder Titan alive on the side of BINOMISTAS. Like, it's too risky.
Mm-hmm. That's really the
They're
problem. They want to posture in a way
Whoa!
that BINOMISTAS. Oh, hello.
Hi, Viola Core.
Ooh,
Nice
nice
by Carapace
impale.
and the Impale. They'll go for the stop. Tavo, though, following up, but they've got the BKB over on Benny. We've got a lot of flag flying around here on the side. Good spear will place over onto the side on Mini as they manage to take down Jupiter. And Benny, he's not looking good now. The BKB is over. They just shred him into pieces. As now Sexy Fatty popped the dragon form, but the kiting is real. Coming out from the side of SG. He's going to get pinned to the side of the Roche pit, and his head's going to get mounted there as a warning as they go, and they drop down a spray. And again, this is going to be a slightly slower Roche, but they have the opportunity to take it.
All right, now they actually take a convincing fight. This becomes possible. You know, I gotta say, SG, it felt very awkward in the mid game, but Costabil, the way that he was able to farm at the same time, force objectives with his team, I want to say he's kind of the MVP this game. He's so farmed. I was like, well, how is he doing so much damage? Well, because he's level 20 at 25 minutes. This is crazy. With the start that Benny had, I'm really surprised Costabil was able to recover so much.
A couple weird fights too,
Yes.
over on the side of BINOMISTAS. Definitely hats off to Costabile. He did what Deuce is supposed to do. Go sit over in your triangle and hit creeps. And that's made it so that he is, like you said, level 21 now at 25 minutes in. He's got himself a Scotty. He's got the Manta. Just very
He also
efficient.
took
You know.
that tower, all right? He could be in the triangle farming, but he was sending Manta illusions, all right? He was...
Okay, all right. Yeah, he sent the illusions mid.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind of a carry player, so I don't wanna just say that he hit creeps all the time. I think he...
I mean, that's his job, though. He's supposed to hit creeps.
that is his job, yes.
It's not much, but it's honest work, right? That's that whole meme. Like, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Sitting
Now,
at
this is a
8K,
really good spot for SG. I think it's kind of hard. You know, it's only a 6k gold lead, but with this Scotty, I feel like this Gyrocopter is gonna struggle so much.
Say he's starting to struggle here. Does have himself that Crystallis. Already been using that BKB. The Butterfly is, of course, the next thing on the list for him. But they are split up over on the side of SG right now, so perhaps they can put a little more pressure over on this bottom tower. But as they do that, already this rotation over to the mid lane,
Oh, they know?
they're going to have to do it. They know. They find Benny's got the BKB. He's just going to have to teleport out. And luckily, they have nothing that's going to be able to cancel it. But you never want to use your BKB defensively, especially when you're playing someone as aggressive as a Gyrocopter.
Unfortunately, I was kind of scared for Costabil being alone here, but they don't feel like they have the resources. Even after 3 TPs from SG bottom, they actually just leave Costabil by himself. That's how menacing he looks right now.
Big snack lady.
Yeah. Everyone said the Snack Lady was dead, but, you know, here she is.
Jupiter trying to just buy some time here in the tree line. Runs directly into 4DR. And that's going to be a dead squirrel.
Okay. Just wanted to get some acorns. Gets murdered. Oof. Alright, so this is going to be rough. I think they need some toss-back plays. You know, we're going to need Vini to... Yeah, they need a stomp into a really pretty toss back into a tier 4 because I don't see any other way.
There,
But they get a Nyx.
Attack. It's a Nyx assassin, not necessarily the one that they want, but they show off the BKB here. And Costabile uses that stone gaze. Have to be careful. Followed up with a nice arena from Tavo. Mini just gets blown up. No buyback on this Tiny. So this tower is going to belong to SG and probably put some damage on these racks too.
Yeah, they have a lot of Aegis time yet. 2 minutes. That's more than enough for Costabil. They're gonna try and buy time. I think that's really the mindset that you need. You don't want to take a convincing fight. Just slow them down as much as possible.
I don't think they can do anything with Mini being dead right now. I feel like that's very necessary for these initiations, like you said, toss-back plays. And they're feeling very bold here over on the side of SG. They know that they're quite powerful with this Medusa, with this Aegis. And again, Sexy Fat just continuously trying to make something happen here, but immediately speared back over far away from the rest of his team. He's tanky, but not tanky enough, so he is going to fall here.
There we go. Tavo redeeming himself. Very nice spear. I mean, this is going to be 2 sets of racks. For sure. Now there is a tier 2 bottom, so that's gonna buy some time for BINOMISTAS. I think they just want to wait his Aegis out. Maybe, you know, swap this butterfly for a rapier, because I think they're gonna need some damage. The heroes inside of SG are so tanky.
G is gonna back off though for the time being. See Tavo teleporting down to the bottom lane. Gonna try to push out this creep wave. Get it ready for the next assault.
All right.
They make a plan with Stabile though here?
Oh.
He's alone for the most part. Oh, they're just too afraid of him. That's very telling right now. That's so
careful,
telling.
Though.
Yeah,
if
look
they
at
buy
this. They
enough
have to
time of the
force him up.
Aegis, he could be dead, so you know, don't be that cocky, Costable. You have 20 seconds.
I love the box sound. Very satisfying. Yeah, the fact that he was pretty much by himself over there, and they immediately just turned around. Were like, nope, 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 nope. That's pretty telling about the state of the game, in my opinion, Bowie. I think we lost Bowie. Anyways, I'm sure he'll be back. We have a heart picked up actually over on 4DR, so he's got himself the Eternal Shroud. He's got himself a Heart of Terras. How are you going to kill this Leshrac? That is the question that I'm sure BINOMISTAS are asking themselves right now.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, Brazil, you know, so many Brazilians watching this game that we don't have enough internet.
It's hype, man. Gotta be
Yeah.
excited, you know. You've got former TI player, Tavo, over on the side of SG. I believe, did Costabile and 4DR make it into one of the TIs as well, yes?
Costabile did not.
No?
I think 4DR did. No, he didn't. It was Weeha, right? So it was HFN,
yes.
Weeha, Tavo. Yeah. So those are the 3 cores.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was just trying to remember if SG, because they've been on SG for like on and off and on and off. I was trying to remember if they managed to get.
Tavo has a lot of experience on those big boy Mars shoulders. So.
And I miss Tavalier. Those are the days, man.
Oh yeah, man. I think that TI was when Pangolier was like, it was the first
Big.
year Pangolier was at TI, right?
Yeah, yep. Tavo was with
really
Pain Gaming.
cool.
I still have my hat that you sent me. It was so, guys, it was so hard to get any sort of SA merchandise to support teams, and Bowie did me a solid and
That's
managed
true.
to send me a hat so I could cheer for them at home. Nice play here
With that
coming
tea
out
you
from
bought me,
Noages.
Still
He
dream
managed
about
just to dodge it. He's still gonna die though. Here tossed out. He's looking for the stomp. They have the BKB over here on Tavo. He's looking. He's still gonna be able to get the kill on Noages. Slowly but surely.
All right. I mean, that was a good play by Noages, I think. He buys some time. He actually forces the BKB.
God. Oh, Mini. Yeah, he's forced the BKB out. He saw Theolacor there. And thought it was going to be safe to toss and then run away. But he ran into everybody.
Oh, man. Look at 4DR. He is so thick. Hard and Eternal Shroud. It's impossible to kill this guy. Because I actually thought that BINOMISTAS might be able to buy time for the next Roche, but with those items, yeah, I mean, they clearly want to go high ground right now.
While you were disconnected, I asked myself and I asked BINOMISTAS, how are you going to kill this guy? He's so tanky. He's only had 1 death this entire game, too. Keep in mind. Theolacor now has that axe. He doesn't even care. He's just going to sit here, take that tower flak. So is 4DR. They're big, beefy boys. You toss back on 4DR, it's not going to matter. You try to toss back over on the Nyx Assassin, but look at this. Look at this. It's just healing. They can't do anything. Noache just gets absolutely blown up as they're just chasing them all the way back to the base. They'll turn their attention back to the towers. They're going to be very disciplined. They had the buyback coming out for the Elder Titan. He's angry. He's not happy. The Olacor continues to just be a nuisance, throwing out the Impale. Benny here, though, is pinned over to the wall. The BKB comes out. They'll follow up with that Arena of Blood. Benny should be able to try to walk away. He's trying to just do some sort of body blocking here from Tabo, but they have to be careful. Those BKBs are up, and that's a lot of damage coming out here on the side. They still cannot kill the Olacor. As again, SG, you know, they got a little distracted for half a second. They saw something shiny. They wanted to kill it, but they're going to go right back around again. They're going to go for Megas. The toss up into the air. Okay, finally, they'll be able to kill the Olacor. But this flag coming out, finally. No, they're going to find the kill. We're on the Oracle. Benny, he needs to be careful here. This Dusa, she does so much damage. It's so hard to climb away from her. Benny's trying as hard as he can, but there's Minnie coming forward with that toss. Trying to get the avalanche, gets an acorn shot out. Can they finally take down 40R is the question, but look at this Dusa. Minnie's trying to hide behind a tree. He's just too afraid of this lady, and he's gonna be able to just go buy himself a bit more time as they're chasing after 40R. They might finally be able to take him down, but look at this heart regen. Look at all of this here. He's so damn tanky. Noage's falling. Tabo's still here. He's on a little bit of health. He turns back around over at Jupiter, pops that BKB. They'll find the kill on Jupiter. They'll find the kill on Sexy Fat eventually. The toss up into the air. They still cannot kill 40R. This man is just immortal. Cannot find it. The GG gets called. Game number 1 here, going over to SG with an unkillable Medusa, and honestly, pretty much unkillable Leshrac there in that mid lane. We lost Bowie again, but I'm sure he would be super hype right now, friends. My goodness, that was a long fight. But yeah, you know, SG here in this game number 1. We talked about it earlier. We said that, you know, this is a lot of veterans, a lot of people that have been, you know, able to participate in more of an international scene. Some of those, you know, more experienced players, and they're proving it here in this game number 1 with a 6-1 and 10 Medusa, and of course this unkillable 4DR 9-1 and 7. BINOMISTAS, they had some nice things going on within their draft. They had an idea of what they wanted to do, but unfortunately, they just could not execute it this time around. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board, and we're going to take a short break. Hopefully we can retrieve Bowie from the depths here and get him back into the broadcast, but we will be back with a post-game after this.